morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Jacqueline Donato. I'm the Strategic Program Manager of the Queen's Chamber of Commerce. We are a membership organization, 110 years in the business, helping and working with the small businesses that they are the backbone of the city. And we are committed to doing all we can to support your small business. At Queen's Chamber of Commerce, we create connections, we advocate for the business community, and also we educate. We are very proud to introduce today Manli Lin, Economic Development Specialist at the U.S. Small Business Administration, SBA. She's presenting a new webinar. We welcome you, Manli, once again. We are very happy to have you here as a panelist, sharing all your knowledge and information from SBA and all the support that the government is providing to small businesses in the country. Uh, this time is all about business, and remember, age is not an issue. That is why the title of our business is Starting a Business at 50 Plus. This webinar is broadcasted on Facebook Live, and our colleague Mohammed Amin from the Queen's Chamber of Commerce, he will upload the video to the Queen's Chamber of Commerce YouTube channel and also take care of the Q&A. We, we are broadcasting in Facebook Live also. We welcome all the Facebook followers, and we are looking forward to work with all of you. Once again, very proud, very pleased to present, and let's welcome Mandy Lin.
Thank you, Queen's Chamber of Commerce, for the opportunity to provide the information to the community. So my name is Mandy Lin, and today actually I will talk about starting a business at over 50, but you don't have to be over 50. I think everybody actually, even the youngs, the youth, the children, they can start thinking about that. So this is my email address, and I will send you the PowerPoint so you don't have to jot down the note. But if you are on Facebook, please send me an email so I can send you the PowerPoint. Some of the links actually maybe you will beneficial for you. So the first things actually, I think that's more than 10 years ago, we worked with AARP, to help those retirees to start their own business. So it's over, I think right now it's 20 years actually. So AARP realized more and more retirees actually, they want to work. Okay, so of course there are different reasons. So there is a new term, okay, called boomerpreneurs era. Okay, so I'm happy I'm part of it too. So actually today we'd like to share with you what actually we should think about. So the first slide actually is 10 steps to starting a business. But I just want to, later you will see other slides actually. Everybody have different, I know a lot of speakers actually provide courses like 10 steps to start a business. But actually, I think you can see, different situations, depends on the business you want to start. So I like to combine all of them. Then you can think about, doesn't have to follow the order, but actually you have to make sure you take care of each of them. So that's this is the first one. The first one, make a business plan. When we go to a trip, actually, we plan to book the hotel, the transportation, everything. So, but we saw some of the business owners actually, they didn't plan, really in detail. They just start their own business. Of course, some of the business actually, they will be successful. But I think actually, if you have a business plan, is important, especially if you want to borrow money from the lenders or get investment. Actually, you need to have a business plan. You can show them. So I have another webinars where we focus on how to write a business plan. I think the SBA's, the information is very simple for you to follow. So I hope that you can, we will talk about that later too. Number two, you get training and counseling. So today I'm so happy to see you are learning, okay? Because actually it's important actually to learn somebody else's experience and maybe can avoid some of the mistakes that not necessary. Okay, so counseling, SBA provide one-on-one counseling. Later, I will provide you the link. You can find them. It's all free one-on-one counseling for you. Number three, you choose a location. So we know that some of the business actually, like especially retail or hospitalities, actually those industry, the location is very, very important. In the past, we said that's most important, the location for those industry. But now, actually, through the pandemic, actually, we realize, okay, and that's great news actually for a lot of startups actually right now. You can sell online. You don't need to have a physical location. You don't have to pay the rent. So we will talk about that later too. Number four, secure funding. Okay, you have to know how much is your startup cost, especially if you already retired. You don't know this is not for fun. Actually, you have to make sure will make profits and keep you going. So actually, secure financing we will talk about later. For SBA, we have a program, micro loan programs, actually to help startups. Number five, decide on a business structure. So there are different business structure. They have disadvantage and advantage for each of them. So actually my webinars on this, how to start a business, that one actually I focus on the details of the, after you make decision and how to register, how to decide your business structure. That actually I feel that's easier because you just follow, the government's, regulation, and it's, it's directly, you don't have, it's not your decision. Okay, so today actually we will talk about before you make the final decision. Okay, actually that's the difficult part. You have to think about all of the disadvantage and advantage, and make sure actually you really are the right person and right business to get in. Number six, choose the name of your business. Okay, that's very important. I think we can do that right now because actually uh, the name of the business actually have to be easy to remember, and of course relate to what your product and services will be better, especially right now. If you have a website, we of course like some of the like Google's, uh, Facebook actually, in when you see the name you don't know what's their function. Okay, but actually I think for the SEO for your website, or people to look for you, actually it's easier if your name, your business name or your website relate to your product and services, so it will be easier for your potential customers can find you. And number seven, pay your taxes. Okay, I always tell uh, startups, especially the immigrants, I say just do everything legally, and also you pay tax, then you are a good citizen and good business. Number eight, you have to get all the necessary licenses and permits. This depends on your industry. We will talk about that later too. Number nine, be compliant with key federal and state regulations. Okay, compliant. You have to comply all the federal and local governments regulation. And the last one, hope that actually, Small Business Administration is the federal agency can help you. We focus on help the small business. And a lot of people ask me, what's the definition of small business? Because most people, when I ask them, they think, you know, 10 employee, 15 employee, okay. But actually for SBA's definition, uh, according to your next codes, but actually, so some industry actually, if you have fewer than 500 employees, you are a small business. But some of the industry like a uh, retailers actually it depends on your annual revenue. So actually, but you will be surprised actually that the standards actually is very high. Okay, so it's not just you hire five five employees, 10 employees. So we help the small business to provide financing and to get government contract and to provide one-on-one counseling. So what's the reason actually so many retirees actually we call Encore entrepreneurs? Okay, so there are a lot of reasons. So let's go over it and to see which one actually is you. Okay, so because some of the corporate restructures, but I think right now actually it's opposite. Especially we know that right now a lot of the business actually they cannot hire enough employees for them because the pandemic situation. People don't want to work in the physical location. Um, and I just participate one webinars actually talking about the pandemic, what can bring better for us for the future business. Okay, so I think right now is of course is a good chance actually maybe you want to go back to work, but I think after today's webinar, I hope that actually you make decision you want to start something by yourself. Okay. The second one, because we are more mature and we have stronger finances, not just like the students they just graduate from college, so we have some savings actually. We can start a business easily. And the most important things, we have a wide network of professionals contact. Okay, so everybody, working for so many years, especially if the business you want to start with actually is the similar or relate to what you have done in the past. So you have all the uh, connections actually can help you uh, to spread the words or help your product and services to go to find your potential customers. So this is a very strong benefit for us. The third one, transform lifetime hobby into you want to change your hobby to a career. I met one veteran actually. So his hobby, he um, that's something that actually I want to share with you too. Think about from your childhood, okay? What do you like to do, but never have a chance to, just put that as your business or your career because, you look for, or your family look for a stable jobs. So a veterans actually, he like to do the woodworks. So after he retired, actually he started because he was in the Air Force. So actually, so he started a business. He made those different kinds of airplane models with wood, and very successful. So later I will tell you, a lot of people don't know they want to start a business, but they don't know which business to start it. So important, I tell people usually you take out two sheets. One, you list all the things like you like to do from your childhood. I think, especially after the pandemic, reveal our real you know desire, what you want to do, you really dreams that actually you hope you can do. So I think it's very important, especially after pandemic, people reveal their real value of their life. So actually, if you have something that actually you like to do but you never have a chance, this is the time. Okay. And the next one, explore franchise opportunities. So that's relate to the previous one. Like you really want to do. Some people they like cooking. They like to create something new, new food. Okay, so but they never work in the food industry. So the best things maybe for them is to find a franchise opportunities, but of course have to find a good one. So later I will share that with you. And the following one, because right now it's so easy to start a business by yourself. So private ship and home based, okay, are very normal right now. And also, of course, the online business. Everybody can do business, and it's easy, and a lot of platform can help you. So I can see that actually there are so many platform. They provide everything. You just even the website, the platform, they provide you the inventory. You just decide which one you want to start with. So all the procedures, actually you don't have to worry about how to do the marketings, the shippings, everything. So I think right now really the perfect time, and especially during the pandemic, actually we know what our customers need, because I think in the you know ancient time, people have to figure out what their customers want or need. But now actually we know, okay, especially if you have some new product or services, you think about during the pandemic, because you need it, and people will need that too. So that's the best, because we know our customers need. You don't have to do the survey. Everybody stay home. So maybe for their families, their elderly parents, grandparents, or their children's, we know that you can think about actually, the one that actually your professional or your knowledge or actually your hobbies, actually you can provide them. A lot of people ask me, what's a good business? Okay, so you don't follow money, actually you follow your dream. So I always tell people there are three things you have to think about. Number one, you see a problem, okay, and you can solve that problem for people, for the community you want to serve. Okay, so solve a problem. Number two is improve people's life. Some people is actually they just want to get more knowledge of something, get more skills. Okay, you can, or health. Actually, I think during the pandemic we can see so many businesses start to teaching people dancing, exercise, or the mental health, actually, meditation things. So actually, those actually are the good business. And the third one is just make people happy. Like we need that. Okay, so like Disney World, all the those exercise or amusement, those are business too. So there are three. Okay, so I think first one, solve a problem, improve people's life, and make people happy. So I hope that actually all of you already decide and you think about if that's one of your goal. And then the next one is a popular option right now. You can buying and selling merchandise through online auctions. Okay, but of course you need to have some knowledge about that. And the last one, um, right now, there are like a chamber of commerce, governments, for federal, state, city agencies, they all have agency can help the small business. So like SBA, we have four actually right now, have four funded resource partner. They provide one-on-one counseling for us, SCORE and Small Business Development Center and Women Business Center. So you can go to the website here, sba.gov/local assistance to find them, including the district office, like I'm in New York district office. Okay. So those are good things. I hope that actually you have a few of them. Then now we're going to talk about getting started. Okay, so the first things I just said, I hope that actually you very clear about what you want, and of course, right now you have to decide actually your lifestyles, how many hours you want to work. Some people actually maybe 7 days, maybe 5 days, maybe half days, So you have to think about that. I think after the pandemic, a lot of people, they don't want to go back to, especially the hospitality and the retail industry, because those are the, really long hour working, and even the holidays, the weekends, they have to work. During the pandemic, people just realize actually that's not the life they want to have. So actually, you should think about what do you want. Okay. The second one, you plan your schedule and flexibility to suit your lifestyle. So you have to, when you decide the business, actually you have to consider those flexibility for you. But I really just want to share with you another stories. One time I was driving with a business owner. Actually, he was selling online, like I think right now stuff like a World Trade Center or the cruise actually in hot on the Eastern rivers. So actually those are special tickets actually for those tourists to come. So when we drive, we were driving actually for 2 hours back and forth. He already he already made several, like at least $5,000, because people just log in and then ding. Okay, so he just issued the ticket. So all the way, I just heard the ding, ding, dings actually, and he already makes several $1,000s in 2 hours. So right now, actually, you can do business on the beach, okay? But I saw a lot of business advertisements or people that teach you how to make money. Of course, I cannot say actually, some of them is uh, not that easy. But actually, if something too good, actually maybe not really good to be true. It's um, not for everybody. Okay, so it's possible, but actually still have to work hard. Maybe we just see the easy side of the business, like the ticket selling I mentioned. But before he sell the ticket for World Trade Centers or rock, for those sightseeing sites, actually he do a lot of works to sign the contract with those those locations actually. So he say actually he signed the agreement that actually he's the only one can sell online or can issue the ticket online. So that's we have to consider what you have to do before you really can manage easily. Okay. So the next things actually we will talk about. SBA have a self-assessment to understand if you are ready to start a business. Okay. So the first one is about the general questions. Okay. Do you think you're ready to start a business? The life you want to have, or you have to change something? The second one is if your business or your family, your friends support your business idea, especially for family. Okay, if you work, so hard outside for business, and but your family they don't support you, actually, that's not like a, the candles burn both sides. Okay, so that's not a good idea. So I think at least you should share your ideas, share your dreams, and your goals with your families and friends. Number three, okay, have you ever worked in a business similar to what you're starting? I already mentioned that actually, even not, okay, the best situation is um, you have that kind of experience. For example, you want to open a bakery store. It's better that actually, in the past, I always tell people maybe you just work in a bakery store for 3 months. You know what's going on there. So see, it's not just you because you are a good baker. I have a friend actually. She did. She said everybody loved her cake, so she decided to have a bakery store. But I told her actually, when you just share your cake with your church friends or your neighbors, everybody saying your cake is the best. But when you open a bakery, you need people to pay for your cake. That's totally different story. Okay, so but now actually even you don't have that kind of experience, if you can find a good franchise, actually you can join. I mentioned have to be a good one. Really, you know everything details, but actually right now government want to protect you. So the new law is actually if you talk to a franchisor and they have to provide you the newest, okay, the newest 10 franchisees actually they had, so you can verify those information. Maybe you can visit those 10 locations to see how they are operating. So that's a good idea to you. Every year, because except last year, we have international franchise festivals, expo actually. So all the franchisors actually come from all over the world, come to Jagat Center. I encourage everybody go there. Can you know inspire you. You can see how those franchise maybe can give you some idea. Even you don't start join the franchise, actually you can start your own. Or the most important things I encourage everybody to, to participate is you can see how they do the marketing. Okay, for those expos, actually events, actually you can see because they only have certain times actually to talk to you. How do they do their marketing? How do they pitch their business, their franchises opportunities to you? That's what you can learn. And number four, you know, do the people you know say you are entrepreneurs? You have that kind of quality. But I think right now is not necessary. Okay, in the past, people think you have to be you like to serve with people, talk with people. You have to be a person. That love person. You know, but now actually online sales actually I feel that's amazing actually. You can learn a lot and you just communicate with your potential customers by texting or emails, everything. So if your personality is not that dealing with people, get along with everybody, it's good too. Okay, and you can even send out a message to thousands of people at one time. So actually, I feel the technology really changed right now if you want to be successful. Number 5, have you ever taken a small business course or similar? So actually you are, okay, and I want to congratulate you today. The next question is your personal characteristics. I think this one I already mentioned, okay. Your personality is not most important right now because everything you can show the other side of you on, through the websites or emails or social media, okay. Um, so number 6, are you a leader? Actually, means if you care about people, I think that's the most important characteristics as a leader. It's not you need to how to older people or actually how to talk to people or make the negotiation. Okay. So, but number 7 is very important. Do you like to make your own decisions? That's very important as a business owner, especially a lot of situation you don't have too much time to think. You have to make decision really fast. So but of course in the beginning it's more difficult because you, for example, like if your supplier want to negotiate with you about the price, in the beginning maybe you don't have that kind of experience yet, so you have to do some investigation or get more information to make decision. But after a while, when you're familiar with those price or other issues, so I think you can make this better decision faster. Okay. And the number 8, do others turn to you for help in making decisions? That's not necessary either, okay? Because you are doing something you like and you think actually, you know, because if you really do something you love, actually you don't mind to learn more, to work more, to make it better. Number 9, do you enjoy competitions? Actually, I think right now, actually, I think everybody used to that, okay, because your competitors, most everybody is online. So actually, you just have to improve yourself. You can learn from your competitors. I think one thing is good that actually you know what your competitor is doing. I always say learn from your competitor, but don't follow them because you need to create something better than your competitor. Okay. Number 10, do you have willpower and self-discipline? I think, working from home for 1 year, we have learned actually, we really have to have the self-discipline. Otherwise, we will go to the refrigerator too many times, or actually that's something that you should think about. Or do you have a line for your family? When you're doing your work. Number 11, do you plan ahead? This is very important. um, I just want to share with you right now, when we talk to business owner, we will talk about 3 years ago, 5 years ago. But I always remember when I was in a graduate school for the MBA management, that time we were learning about Japanese. A Japanese business, actually, their plan is for 200 years later. Okay, so they think they think about environmental, protections, the futures. But I think right now we don't have to plan for 200 years later. I think actually 5 years, especially for this year, we have learned every day can be different. Okay, but you need to plan ahead because you need to think about a lot of people you need to deal with, and you have to give them time. And also your customers, actually, you have to think about. Uh, for example, right now, we have to estimate or think about what your customers, their purchasing power or habit change, their shopping habit change. I think a lot of people used to um, shop online right now. So that's a good things actually. for everybody. And 12, do you like people? I just mentioned, okay. There is one saying right now, say when you know talk to somebody online, actually you don't know you're talking to a dog or a cat. Okay, so you don't when you deal with people online, it's you know of course you can have the virtual meeting, but right now is more of the time you use your you know your writing, your pictures, your videos actually. So those actually you can plan in advance. So don't be afraid. And that actually we know some of many people when I talk to, they say they don't want to they want to be their own boss because they don't want to listen to anybody, their boss. So I always you know tell them actually when you are a business owner, all your customers are your bosses. Okay, so you because you have to satisfy them. So if you don't like to deal with people, but now because technology actually help you, you don't have to. Number 13, do you get along with others? This is the same thing because I know actually a lot of people they dare not to do business because they don't want to deal with so many people, individuals. Okay. Number 14, would people that know you say you are outgoing? This is the same thing. Okay. So actually, I think actually it's good for people. No, they don't like to deal with a lot of people. The next one, your personal conditions, actually. So do you know that actually, you know, you have to work, but you can make decision, like I mentioned, okay, you want to work for 7 days or 6 days or 5 days or even half day every day. Depends on you know, your you find out that actually then find out your customers, their habits or um, where they are, what they are doing, and then you make decision. As long as you let them know in advance, you communicate with them, it's fine. Like so far, you know, a lot of people they were worried about they use the social media. They always when I teach marketing, they always want to know which platform is better for them. I tell them you just have to follow your customers. Okay, you have to know your customers. So you don't, for example, like you don't have time to post so many, you know, informations on your website or blogs. You don't have to, but you let your customers or followers know that actually maybe you know you will post weekly, and also maybe every Friday evening or Saturday morning or Monday morning. So it depends on your customers or potential customers. Okay. So a lot of things actually to think and to try and actually you know communicate with your potential customers. Here I want to share with you another stories actually. There's a SBA success story. It's a Mexican restaurant. So the owners actually before you know before he started actually the restaurant, he posted on Facebook. That time it's like more than 10 years ago. It's only FaceTime platform. So he said that actually his dream is to open a Mexican restaurant. So he has three names for his restaurant and asked people to vote. Then after that, so he decided his restaurant's name according to the feedback. And then every week he posts one dish, let people vote if that dish should be on the menu. And then all the decoration, all the furnitures, he let his potential customers make decision. Okay, so after 2 years, he has been doing that for 2 years, and people begged him after 2 years, say, please open our restaurant. That's the very successful business. Okay, and you can see he didn't spend any penny, but he got all his customers because they feel they are part of his business. So I hope that actually if you already decide your business, you should right now, you should have a blog. And then especially the blog actually is the one to build up your reputation, especially if you have professional information. Right now all the parents actually they need information about how to educate their children, or actually just play with their kids, or create some activities for their kids. If you have that kind of knowledge, or professional experience, you should have a blog that just provide those information. And then one day when you already decide, then you can announce actually you start your own business. Okay, so the blog actually I encourage everybody should have that, to because people right now, all the websites actually, of course the purpose is for you to buy from them, so all the good things there, but that's why a lot of people they don't trust the website. So blog actually is the one actually you establish the good relationship with your potential customers. You provide the information to them, and they will trust you. And then later, if you provide your business the product or services, of course they will buy from you. Okay. So number six actually, um, you know, do you know that actually self-employed workload and schedule? Are you healthy, physically strong enough for that? So I think right now I already mentioned online sales. There are so many platforms right now. You can join them. They teach you how to start a store on their platform, and depends on the depends on your product or services. Actually, some of the platform they have all the inventory. You can just choose, and you know, for you, you just become the middleman that actually you get a customer, and then you submit that actually to the platform, and they will do everything else, okay, for you. Number 17, do you have emotional strength to deal with those pressures? So physically and emotionally, you have to be strong enough, or actually, you know that actually how to release those pressures when you need have somebody to talk. So that's one way that actually I encourage you have a mentor, like school have mentors. Actually, you can talk to them. I'm also project manager of SBA. We have emerging leaders class. So those businesses actually they are all well established, and in the class actually they told us, they say they feel lonely. Okay, as a business owner, every day you will encounter some difficulty or problems. Actually you need somebody to discuss, and it's not just complain to them. Is you talk to the people actually can give you good advice or suggestion, or just listen to you. But it's very important that actually you are emotional and physically healthy. And the next one, 18. Okay, so are you prepared to temporarily lower your standard of living until your business is like profitable, break even at least? Okay, so in the beginning, we know a lot of people, they thought when they open the door, customers will rush in. It's not, that's not realistic. Okay, so in the beginning of your business, you're investing your time, your money. So normally you have to let, especially your family, understand that actually your living standards actually have to be lower in the beginning until actually you're well established and start making money. Okay, number 19, are you prepared to lose a portion of your savings? I think everybody see this one actually you will say no. Okay, but actually doing business, no matter what business, actually there is risk. Okay, nobody can guarantee that actually the business successful can be successful. Even become a YouTuber. Okay, right now we saw the YouTuber like a lot of people think that's easy. You can just start it and then see if you over certain their standard, their requirement, then you will get paid. But maybe the first time when you get paid, you will be so excited about you finally have a business actually making money. But how can you keep that? Okay, you need to keep your YouTube those videos actually can attract people. They stay with you. So actually, every day I know a lot of YouTubers actually they have to even hire some people to come up to some creative idea for them. Otherwise, like 24/7 for them, just thinking or worried about their new ideas. Okay, the next one is skills and experience. I think this one actually is easy. Everybody have to learn about, find out what skills actually you have for that industry or for the business you want to start. Okay, if you don't have right now, we still have time to learn. And so far, especially I'm talking about online selling. You know, is new, so actually a lot of courses online for you too. And I saw some of the training from like those platforms. Facebook, Google, Instagrams, actually, they all help you. They have a training for you. Okay, so that you don't have to worry. Just make sure that you know what you want to provide for your customers. Okay. So here, but I just want to mention one thing. One one lady actually, she wanted to start a business. So she shared with us actually. She was she was glad that actually she took 1 week, because right now every day I believe everybody at home you participate a lot of training, a lot of webinars, and then one day she just feel there's too much information for her. She cannot make decision because the more you learn, actually it's harder for you to make that decision. So she decided to just 1 week, to have 1 week for herself. She doesn't go to computer. She talked to herself. I think that's very smart. You really have to talk to yourself about why you want to start a business, how much actually you want to use your use your time or and your money to pursue that goal. So this is one thing that I want to share with you. Okay, so now choosing your business idea. Okay, so I think we already talked about that. You should have get two sheets. One just list all the things you like to do, and the other one you list all the things that you are good at. Okay, then you start crossing out those things actually you love to do, but actually that's not a business you want to get in. So I think you cross out the two sheet until you have 2 or 3 business idea that you love to do and also you're good at. Those are the 2 or 3 business ideas that actually you have to take them seriously. Then you will start doing the research. Okay. Later I will show you. You have to do the market research and also those startup costs, and then write a business plan. Okay. I mean, actually write a business plan for those 2 or 3 business ideas that actually you think is good for you. then make the final decision and talk to experts actually which one actually um, you love to do, you're good at, and also can make money, make profits for you. Okay, so this is and so here they say, what you're interested in. Let's make a list of your hobby you love to do. Okay, and the second one is what you're good at, and then what do you want your life to look like. I think right now a lot of people, they really you know go to the like we go to the point that actually we really want to look back and also look forward, uh, what we have done in the past. Actually, maybe you just think it's a good time for you to change. So, and the last one, can you see a gap in the market? Means actually your product or services is needed. So that's important. I think everybody have a goal to help a certain community. So you have to see if there is a market potential for that. So now is a good time because I just mentioned, okay, already that actually we know what everybody's need. Okay, so when we go back to the normal life or never will have the normal life, we know what people need. So that's a good time. Actually, you come up to some creative ideas. I hope that actually more and more business can create something that actually to meet people's need. So here I mentioned in the beginning that actually if you Google actually how to start a business, actually you can see a lot. Okay, they all list 1 to 10, 1 to 9. What do what you should do? You should just follow one, but you should make sure actually all the things listed here actually you checked. Okay, so identify your business idea, of course. Okay, um, so start a side business or hobby. That's one thing that actually, if you're still working and prepared to start a business, you can have a side business or hobbies. It means actually you when you go to do your hobby, your maybe play some exercise, some sports. Actually, you can think about what maybe those people need. Create a discipline. Um, Business plan actually right now I encourage everybody every day when you are thinking about something, don't just put in your mind, okay, because that will be 24/7 and you cannot see the real reality of it. So I encourage you. Right now, we are so lucky we have a Word. So just create or file your business plan, and then you just don't worry about the format. Just write down every day. Today, you listen to me. You say, "Oh, actually, I know. Actually, I have some ideas what I want to do," and so maybe you plan the things actually you need to do. Then tomorrow you learn something new or you think about actually the better idea, you just add them or just edit, modify your writing. So that's how actually you can keep from the beginning actually what you're thinking and why you don't do some of the things, why you do something. Okay, I think that's a good one, but write it down because actually for our age, actually we are learning by vision. Okay, it's not children they learn by hearing. We learn by looking at them. So when you see those words or numbers, especially in your business plan, you have to have the numbers actually. How much will be your expenses? Okay, uh, and how many customers you can get. Those numbers actually, if you look at them, you will realize actually is enough or not. Is that realistic or not? That's very important. Okay, so I encourage you start writing that. Doesn't matter the format. I have webinars talking about business plan writing. You can participate, but actually, I think you just write down and the way that you're thinking. Number 4, business structure. Those will wait later. Okay. Have a business bank account. Those things actually we can wait, but now it's important for you to make a. There is no right or wrong decision, just better decision. Okay. But of course, identify your market is important. So maybe start thinking and see. Yeah, actually, that's needed by a lot of people, and this is all startup cost and marketing plan. Okay, so those are the planning that in your business plan, how we're used. For example, you start your blog. Okay, that's the first time, first things you do for your marketing. So a lot of things, and then set a timeline. That's a good one. Uh, you don't just say I want to start a business, jump up and start from tomorrow. So you need to have timelines to see. So break down to every week what do you need to do to reach that goal to start your own business. Um, a lot of people they have a plan, but they don't have the timeline. Okay, so I encourage you. You need to have a timeline breakdown to weekly. So, and we already talked about because you have the connections, for all the professional lives you have. So you should think about those contexts, okay? And then the last one, learn something about social media. Um, you know, every day have new things. So don't be afraid that actually you start too late. Actually, there are so many new platform, new apps actually come out. So don't be afraid. Just never too late to start. Okay, so this is the other one. So I won't go to the detail right now. You can think about. Just make sure you check everything that actually you have done. Um, the next is a serious factors you have to consider. Have income potential. Okay, so there are something you can do. Keep your startup costs low. Save any penny you can save. Then consider home-based business. I think right now actually even higher. Okay, higher percentage of most people they start from home. Take advantage of the technology. Use online. Don't be afraid if you don't know. Right now, I saw online have so many free trainings. Focus on something you like and good at. Okay, so I think that's a decision you have to. Everybody have to make by themselves. Okay, talk to a business expert or advisors, especially about financial. Not just say, oh, is you think that a business idea, you have to calculate to see actually where make profits, how long you need money to back you are. Okay, so those things actually you have to do the research. It's not you just sit there think by yourself. This is you have to check. Actually, for SBDC, actually they have a research library. If you make appointment with a business advisor, then you have to make decision what business you want to do. So they can, and the location, so they can send to their research library. Usually within 1 week, the report will come out. So you will have idea actually those compared to that the industry you want to get in, and the location and those like if you want to start a business in a location, they will get information about how many business similar to you already have in that location, in that town or city, and maybe the income, like the income for those people, population there. Okay, so this is I just provide you for the market research. There are a lot of websites actually you can go to. Um, and then develop a business plan. We will have one webinar where go to the detail if you haven't done that, or but actually business plan, most important things is simple, clear. Okay. um, don't- okay, I think because the time I will just go through fast and let you know. And then you decide actually your business structure. So my webinars on how to start a business, that one will go to the details about the business structure and the financing. Okay, there are different ways actually. You need to know how much you need. If you need to borrow money, SBA have a micro loan to help you. And also right now, I think crowdfunding, if you have a, the business actually really can attract people who want to donate money with you. Actually, that's a good one. Like a lot of, you know, um, activity, especially the film. People want to shoot a movie. They ask people to support their idea. Then calculate the cost. Okay, you need to do that. You need to know all the expenses. So this one actually the one-on-one counseling business advisor can help you, and also like Queen's Chamber of Commerce actually they have advisors can help you too. So here, some suggestions for you. So you should use search. Okay, everything. There are so many services. Actually, is free. Like I mentioned, city, state, and the federal, we all have agency provide free assistance for you, or you can partner up. Okay, if you, especially for financing, if you can find a good partner, actually you can partner up with them. And then there is one thing a lot of startups they're afraid. Actually, they work for the business. Okay, they never just sell themselves. So now you are the business owner. You have to be comfortable selling yourself. Okay, so now you have to start practicing that. Actually, is your business is actually you will be the image, okay, for your business. So you have to practice that. My webinars on marketing strategy, especially right now for the neural marketing, actually we will talk about that. Okay, now the final. Okay, so I know that actually you have been thinking for a while. So now we have to take action. So the first one, of course, the most difficult one. What business you want to start. Okay, so talk to yourself and those information I already provide you. And then after you make decision, then you can decide who will be your ideal customers. So because you need to know who they are, where they are, what they are doing, how they buy, so you can you know try to go where they are, use the same social media platform as follow them. Okay, and then you have to communicate with them, get their feedback, identify funding is very important. The first things you have to calculate how much expenses actually cost actually you need and to support you before you break even. Okay, and then prepare a business plan and have a business advisors, coach, mentor to talk to. Okay, so my last advice is think big but start small. Okay, and this is my conclude my presentation for today. Thank you, and see you next time. Hi, Mohammed.
Thank you so much for giving this presentation today, Manui. So right now we only have one question in the Q&A.
Okay.
Would you like me to read it out to you, or can you look at it yourself?
Okay, let me see. Is it in chat or
It's in the
Q&A? Okay,
Q&A.
sorry. Let me get Q&A. Are there any special government grants and the resource just for 50 plus entrepreneur? Unfortunately, there is no. Okay. There is no grant for you to start your own business, especially cannot have certain ages. Actually, that's not allowed. So, but there are two grants. Actually, I want to share with all of you. Actually, especially if you're interested in invent something, products. Actually, so there are two grants actually for small business. Even you haven't started your business, is fine. You can, if you see the opportunities as something you want to apply, then you register a business. That's for the seeding funds for you. The first one is small business innovation research. That's not a grant for you to start your own business or to operating your business. Those are the two grants actually for you to do the R&D, research and development. So SBA, we coordinate with 11 government agency, including, I think, education, IT, of course, a lot, and health and human services. Actually, they will post what projects actually they need small business to do the invention for them. And the good news is each of the projects actually, the first 6 months actually they give you up to $150,000 to explore the possibility. And then the following 2 years, they give you more than $1 million. Each project actually is more than $1 million to do the invention. So if you right now have some ideas and actually you want to invent something, so this is the best chance for you. Okay, so so call Small Business Innovation Research. The program is called SBIR. If you cannot wait, you can go to sbir.gov. But I also have a webinar to talk about that. I think right now, especially if your background actually in technologies or even agricultural, actually Department of Agricultural, Commerce, Education, they all have projects. So please go there to find opportunity or send me an email that actually I can send you the link. Okay. So that's all.
All right. Thank you so much, Manui. As a reminder, this webinar has been recorded and it will be uploaded to the Queens Chamber of Commerce YouTube page by the end of the day today. I want to thank you again for taking time on your busy schedule to speak with us, and I want to thank all the attendees for attending.
Thank you. See you next time.